Welcome to the house that Rodney built. Leahy turned into legacy. Parsegan renovated and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. A late season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Fair catch called for and made. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. From the gun, running back gets to give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The sure hands, it's Pope. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in there. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll go to the ground. Still running at the 40. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. And their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. On the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Going up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Pope. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. on the option. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working that left side now. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored the touchdown. That was big time.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Makes the grab. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Running back searching for a hole. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And they tacked on the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit.
Snags it on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Flores. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They'll run it from the gun. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UCF is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the tailback. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Gilbert. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
And a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his tight end. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Oklahoma State 14, Notre Dame 7.
No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's got him, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The run from the shotgun. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And there's no secret about line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down for this offense. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Flores. They'll run the screen. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, You just wonder what that does for their confidence.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He wants to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Picked off. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, man. Everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Gilbert. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Might as well give it to him again. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the finish.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is snowed under. sacked at the 7.
And it's 3rd and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on 4th down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave.
He's got it on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Here comes the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great play by the defense there. Backed up in their own end. Offense trying to go jet sweep. You see the defenders. They knew exactly who was getting the football, and they made the tackle right away.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab, and he will score. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Cowboys will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
If you're the defense, you know that running back is the guy you've now got to stop. He's had a lot of touches in this game. Yes, he's made a lot of plays, but you've got a chance to win here. If you're going to do that, you need to take him away.
A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got an open man. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Irish! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
21.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Looking for a gap. It's Clark. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
This offense has a second down play. Dropping back, it's Flores. Looking deep down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They hoped to catch the offense being overly aggressive with the screen, but they got nothing. They got less than nothing and had to like it.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's just players making plays. I mean, guys that see that and read it, it's just kind of a knack. It's kind of a feel. You feel the screen, break on the football, go make a play, get a big tackle for a loss.
And this offense just can't afford not to get get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great catch and run for 6.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Baylor is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up 14 over TCU. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They'll try to power their way ahead. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, we got to stop the run.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
2nd down coming up. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
Handoff from the gun. Shakes off the defender.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Finds a man on the left. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team out there getting set. Fair catch called for and made. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Back to throw, it's Flores. Quickly complete. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
On the move, it's Clark. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the 1st down here.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Makes the grab. It's Hope.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They're going to run it to the right. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Looking for a man, it's Flores. Lets it fly. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set, 1st down. The give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
On the play. 2nd down coming up. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Notre Dame 38, Oklahoma State 28.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Give to the running back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the 4th quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
Caught over the middle. It's Price. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Give him 105 yards on the ground in this one, and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Power football with the run. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1.
Great job on first down. Great job on second down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big-time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Looking downfield, it's Flores. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job.
Hits the accelerator to the right. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Got nothing on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. On the run, it's Clark. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He now has 91 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
They'll leave it with him. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Running to the left. Makes a man miss. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that run.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And they have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. 4th down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big 4th down.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Wants to throw. It's Flores. Feeling some heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They'll run the option. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The defense came into this one, guys, knowing this quarterback was going to try to run the football. On that designed carry, they were physical and they were ready for it.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, they convert. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Cowboys look to do some damage in the red zone. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He wants it all. And they're in for a touchdown late in this game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Oklahoma State, 35.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish, back on offense. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over.
So how about getting the running game going right here, David, on this drive? Let those big fellas up front get some push, bleed the clock, move the chains.
Yeah, no need to get greedy. I know the passing stats and you want to score, but you're right. The clock right now is your friend with a 2-possession lead.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
With the run on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He wants to pass it on second down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses.